Why are you here? Why are you watching this video? Are you searching for something? All humans are. But what exactly is that we are all seeking? From the moment of our first breath, human life typically unfolds in a predictable pattern. We go to school, we pursue a career, find a partner, create a family, enjoy some vacations here and there, work a little bit more, and then comes retirement, perhaps illness, and eventually we reach the end of our days. Throughout this type of existence, often filled with frustration and unhappiness, where moments blur into decades, we never take a moment to pause and contemplate the essence of our being, our purpose, what it is that we are ultimately seeking. But why would you or anyone even bother giving attention to this? Why would it matter? We have so many immediate demands of daily existence that these subjects are just simply overshadowed. Well, without addressing these questions, your life risks becoming an unconscious, aimless wandering through incompleteness and suffering. We lack direction and depth. We are all longing for something, like we have whispers of a yearning for more, but we have no idea what it is. What is that humans actually want? Is it power, prestige, fame, money, adventure, pleasure? Look back at your life and into everything you've ever desired. Everything. Why did you want those things? Was it in the hope that they would bring you some form of happiness, peace, fulfillment? The truth is that regardless of what it was, it is very clear. You believed that having or achieving what you actually wanted would bring you happiness and peace, or at least diminish your suffering and that pervasive sense of lack. Essentially, what we all seek is happiness and wholeness, an ending to suffering, an ending to this sense of dissatisfaction. And regardless of how our life is going, there's still the inevitability of death, which is a constant reminder of our incompleteness and mortality. It is quite puzzling that most human beings live as if mortality didn't exist, and then they perish without truly savoring this precious moment we've been given here. Of course, there are times when we manage to suppress our feelings of incompleteness and we briefly taste happiness and love. But these moments never last. Never. And society keeps telling us that a successful life is measured by wealth, power, and status. These material achievements are presented as the cure to our pervasive sense of incompleteness and dissatisfaction. But is that really the case? Well, maybe, just maybe, that's just a way to hide or suppress this deeply ingrained affliction. Let's be honest here. How often in your life have you pursued your desires with all your yearning and power and might, and then you found out after achieving them that they just left you a little bit more empty? They left your soul thirstier than ever before, and they become the seeds for new desires. It's like you grab a drink because you're super thirsty, and it kind of feels good at first, but then you end up even feeling even thirstier, as if the drink, instead of hydrating you, made your mouth and throat even drier. How often have you achieved something that you actually really, really deeply wanted, and then you discovered, oh, the lasting fulfillment that I thought I had was just like a fleeting illusion? When the initial burst of satisfaction and sense of accomplishment fades, you're left confronting like an all too familiar void, that sense of lack, and you perhaps even begin to question the very purpose of your pursuits. Is it within our human nature to relentlessly seek happiness and wholeness, and yet never truly finding our eternal home? Are we like Sisyphus, the mythic king of Greek lore, doomed to eternally push the boulder of our desires up the steep incline of existence, only to watch it roll down every time, kind of mocking our efforts with each fall? Are we trapped in endless restlessness? The promised land of fulfillment seems like a mirage. Okay, I've achieved what I actually want. Now what? Something is still lacking, something is still missing. Even after the brief enjoyment you've experienced when you achieved your desire, that fulfillment, even if it lasted seconds, minutes, days, weeks, months, then you feel empty again. Like it's not enough. The appeal of material possessions, the seductive magnetism of societal recognition, and the enticing promises of wealth and power just constantly prove themselves over and over and over again to be mirages in the desert of our longing. Freedom is dangerous. If you follow the crowd, it seems like you're going in the right direction. I mean, how could that many people be wrong? How could following the crowd make you lose yourself? How could anyone be lost following the crowd? Certainly, that many people, they know where they're going. But it is in this very artificial safety that you get lost, that you get trapped, that you fall deeper asleep. Going into the unknown sounds dangerous, and it can feel scary. That's why freedom is dangerous. You need to leave the cave, and you don't know what's out there waiting for you. But it's worth it. We all know that today's world dismisses anything beyond the typical materialistic paradigm. And this isn't much different from a frog believing that the pound where it lives is all there is. The notion of a spiritual path has been heavily misinterpreted by religion, distorted by dogma, exploited by charlatans, and just clouded by widespread misconceptions. No wonder that it's almost unpalatable for most people. Tell almost everyone that you know that you're on a spiritual journey and just watch the reaction. Just see them struggle to mask their embarrassment or pity for you as what they perceive to be your ignorance. Or maybe they just flat out tell you that you're ridiculous. What are you doing with your life? Was a question that I repeatedly heard back then. But those who truly walk a spiritual path are not the ones draining their lives of beauty, of wisdom, of joy, of sacredness. They're not the ones wasting their life pretending that everything is fine. Commitment to the inner journey, to the truth, is a vow made with the universe itself. It's committing yourself with the most authentic experience of being human. From the ancient empires to the modern cities, every human has been trying to find completeness, wholeness, a deeper meaning and purpose. But we cannot truly find what we actually want by external pursuits. That would be a futile endeavor, like chasing the wind. Nothing external will bring true happiness. It will not bring true fulfillment. The solution lies within. This feeling of lack and restlessness will persist until the root cause is addressed. And the root cause is our ignorance of who we truly are, of the true nature of reality. That's why many are drawn to the spiritual path, to the path of self-discovery. They are seeking answers to this issue. They are seeking the deepest yearnings of their hearts, even if they don't know it yet. Perhaps you might yearn to go beyond your limited experience of reality and become whole, even though you cannot quite articulate what feels missing. Or perhaps you're drawn out to find out what God is, or to unravel the deepest mysteries of the universe and existence. Or maybe you just want to know You just aspire to discover what reality is all about. Perhaps there's an empty hole in your heart that you are hoping to fill, a yearning for eternal freedom, everlasting happiness, deathlessness, wisdom, and peace. Or maybe it's just simpler. Maybe there's just a profound longing to be and feel truly alive, to affirm that there's more to life than just existing, than just surviving. You yearn for a life that feels authentic and meaningful. And for the first time, you might begin to suspect that perhaps, just perhaps, the so-called spiritual path could actually lead you to blissful wholeness, to fulfillment that you've truly been seeking. Material riches cannot do it. Religions, they just fall short. Fame, status, and power, they're hollow. Nothing like that will ever do the trick. And at last, it comes a time, comes the realization where you begin your quest, where you plunge into the vast ocean of your unconsciousness. The key to all these yearnings is found there. It is found here. Of course, the spiritual path includes numerous layers, and most of them are just they're just finer illusions, and they will not bring you closer to the truth. But the authentic spiritual path, which could actually be called the pathless path, this is truly about turning within to the source of your experience, to your eye, to awareness itself. And it is here that the path to liberation truly begins. It's about shedding the illusions that cloak your lightless light. You might not even know what lies ahead, and that's fine. You might not even know how you're even supposed to achieve this so-called enlightenment or liberation. And that's okay. That's why you're seeking out these teachings, and you are in the right place. And if there's something I can tell you, right now, it is this. You can do it. Do you know why? Because it's not something out there. It's not something that you have to reach out for. It's already in you. You just have to remove the clouds of ignorance that seem to cover the luminous sun of unfabricated reality. This is a journey to true fulfillment. This is a journey to lasting happiness. This is a journey to unshakable peace. This is a journey to awaken once and for all from the dream of incompleteness, from the illusion of separateness. It's the journey of your lifetime. Entering into the spiritual path is to consciously pursue wholeness, rather than just doing it unconsciously. It is not a mundane topic. It goes right into the core of human life and existence. It is not a fantasy. It is not a hallucination. It is real and it is alive. Welcome home.